going on, guys? It's Tuesday, January 22nd, 2013. Time for another edition of WZR Radio here on WZROnline.com. I'm Ryan Clark. He's Matt Boone. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours talking pro wrestling. Monday Night Raw from last night. Got the Royal Rumble coming up this Sunday night on pay-per-view. So we'll be giving predictions and just a crazy day on the websites. That's why we're a little bit late going on tonight. Not because I got 7 posts ready to go as soon as we go off the air here tonight.
Oh, yeah, busy day.
It's you know what, dude? It's been one of those days where it's just non-stop, man. From the time you get up in the morning time until. And now somebody's knocking on the door, the dog's going crazy. It's just,
of course.
You know what I mean? It always happens, dude, right? 8 o'clock, you know? But, no, it's just been one of those days, man. It's like WrestleMania time where, yeah, that's coming up sooner than later, too, WrestleMania.
Well, not only that, but like you said, this weekend is the Royal Rumble. Can you believe, damn, it seems like we waited so long for that day where The Rock was coming back on Raw to start the build to everything.
Yeah.
And that seemed like it just happened, and now all of a sudden here we are. This weekend the Rumble the match, you know.
Is The Rock a little bit old, stale already to you?
I told you that last time during the last year when he came back for the Cena match at WrestleMania. There was certain points that just felt like it was. Well, we've already seen this act. You know, we know this act is tired, it's stale, it's old, it's the same old shit.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, he'll come up with something good or something clever, like Twinkie Tits or something, you know, and then he'll be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," you know, that's The Rock being cool like he is. And
that's what it was last night, dude. Because they did. There was a bunch of segments backstage early on in the show where he's backstage with the cops, you know, and it was the same old corny Rock jokes. Well, not corny Rock. It was the same old shit. You know what I mean? I mean, his delivery is great, and I think that's what makes it tolerable, you know. And you know, it was just, I don't know, when I'm watching the segments backstage with the cops, I'm thinking this is, you know, it's kind of it's stale, it's old already. And then when he came out and cut the promo at the end of the show, you know, it was, I like that. It was just the earlier stuff with the cops.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was.
Well, that idea in general is stale. I mean, you put a guy that's kind of getting the reputation of having a stale act into a stale, recycled storyline that's been done 100 times, and it's gonna feel bad.
Well, and I hate when they do the stuff with, you know, you're banned from the arena, but then, you know, you get a ticket, and, you know, a ticket, you know, gets
that's retarded. Don't even try and break down the logic behind that.
Well, it gets you a match on the show sometimes. It gets you a promo on the show, like The Rock last night. I mean, the average person, if they were to get a ticket, wouldn't be cutting promos and walking to the ring, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah, the production team wouldn't be ready to cue the person's music as they walk to their seat with their ticket.
Exactly, man. So, I don't know. I figure there was no pay-per-view this weekend, but, man, it's just been crazy. Like I said, I got 7 posts, and there's going to be more by the time this.
There was a UFC this weekend.
It was pretty good too. It was a pretty good one. I love nothing makes me feel better than to watch Michael Bisping get that ass kicked, you know.
Yeah, especially knocked out like that. That was nice.
That was real nice. Vitor's looking good, huh?
It was a good. I mean, the last fight before this was the John Jones fight where he almost broke his arm in that armbar. So
yeah,
that was impressive. Nobody's ever made Jones look human before. So
yeah,
but he's talking now like he wants a Jones rematch, and he's calling out Chael Sonnen and talking shit back to him. It's pretty entertaining.
You're alive this week, man. You ready to rock and roll or what?
Goddamn right, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's a radio show.
You sound better than in recent weeks. You know, the groggy Boone. We're live, baby. It's time to live, baby, live. There we go. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com. Voice cracked a little bit. Let's try that again. WZROnline.com. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know what's going on tonight. I got my Pepsi here. I was watching Jeopardy. There was a
dude. I swear to God, I was watching Jeopardy, and I've got a Pepsi right here.
I got a question on Jeopardy right. It's not very often that I get questions right on Jeopardy.
But stupid. I got a bunch of them.
Did you? Yeah. What you doing? What's going on over there? Huh? What's going on? What are you doing? Wakey, wakey! Wakey, wakey! Whatever. So we're gonna give Royal Rumble predictions for this Sunday night. Monday Night Raw from last night. We're gonna run that down from top to bottom. Like I said, it's pretty crazy. Billy Graham released from the hospital. I feel like Billy Graham, they try to, with the media, they always seem to make it seem worse than it actually is. So he was released from the hospital. We got what else we got coming up? Oh, the new WWE title belt. We're going to put a photo of that up on WZROnline.com. Talk about Paul Heyman and Steve Austin's reaction to that. What else do we have coming up? Oh, Ric Flair. Big update on Ric Flair and what the deal is with him in WWE. So all this stuff is going to go up on the websites after we go off the air here tonight. And then WWE SmackDown, they were in San Jose last night, and they're in Sacramento tonight, which means it's going to be a 3-hour delay. So if you're one of those people that stays up late on Tuesday nights and you're on the East Coast, gonna be a late one. You're talking, TV tapings probably aren't gonna end until about 10:30 Eastern time, or begin. No, 10:30 California time, which 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. You're looking at 1:30, 2 a.m. if you're staying up late tonight for SmackDown spoilers. So might be. Go get your sleep, wake up, and get to work on time tomorrow morning, because it's going to be a late. Now, I'll be here, and some of you guys that not everybody lives on the East Coast, obviously, but going to be a late one, about 2 a.m. before we have full WWE main event and SmackDown spoilers up on the website. It's cold! It's cold outside, huh? I know some of you guys in the chat room, you guys were talking about the cold air. I know overseas in the United Kingdom, it's cold over there. On the East Coast, God, here in Albany, New York, the current temperature is 7 degrees right now. They're saying we're going negative 10 to 15 below zero tonight, with wind chills negative 35 degrees. So it's cold, man. It is cold outside. Tomorrow, the high temperature for the entire day is supposed to be 8 degrees, I think. Something like that. And it's snowing out right now here, too, which is kind of crazy. It wasn't supposed to snow here today, but it is. Matt Boone! Hello? Waggy waggy! What happened? Where'd he go? What's the deal? Started and he's gone. Poof. That's it. Anyways, I'll keep going here. Eventually he'll be back. I don't know what the deal is, but what else? Let me get these plugs out of the way. Stay warm, man. And you know what, dude? People say it all the time, but keep your pets inside. You know what I mean? Don't leave a dog out in a cage on a day like today. It's just they can't handle that. Dogs, I think, are warm-blooded, right? Dogs are warm-blooded, yeah. So keep your dogs inside, your cats and everything else. Make sure that they're safe as well. We're gonna do the rapid fire segment in hour number 2. We'll be taking your live phone calls here in just a little bit. We took a poll last Tuesday night here on the website, and we asked you guys at the Royal Rumble what's going to happen between CM Punk and The Rock. Basically, who's going to be WWE Champion come next Monday night, and then when we're here on Tuesday, who will be WWE Champion. We got a lot more poll results throughout the week. I kept this thing up the entire week, and I'm going to give you the results right now, and then we'll come up with a brand new poll tonight. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll debut the polls here on Tuesday night, and then we'll let them go. We'll give you guys the results at the end of the show, and then the following week, we'll give you a more detailed recap where more people, people that don't listen to the show, but they visit the website, they go and they vote on the poll on a weekly basis. So, last week, we asked you who will win the WWE title at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and it turned out to be really close. 59% of the votes, 115 people, said The Rock is going to win the WWE title from CM Punk at the Royal Rumble, so 59%. And the other 41% say CM Punk, 80 votes there. So a lot of you guys thinking, well, it's almost 50-50. Close. But a lot of people thinking that The Rock is going to win the WWE title at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view on Sunday night. I'm still sticking with my guns, man. I've been saying for a couple of weeks now. I really think somehow, some way, CM Punk goes into WrestleMania as WWE Champion. Keep in mind, you've got Dolph Ziggler, right, who's got his Money in the Bank briefcase. You also have the Royal Rumble winner, who is, gonna go on to, and they've been hyping that up on Raw. The Royal Rumble winner is gonna go on to basically headline or main event WrestleMania. So there's a lot of people that are, basically number one contenders for the WWE title. Dolph Ziggler, whoever wins the Royal Rumble. Not only that, but if John Cena wins the Royal Rumble, he's going to go on for a shot at the WWE title. Now, if they're going to do Rock versus Cena, you would think that Rock would win the title at the Royal Rumble, and then Cena would go on, win the Royal Rumble, the 30-man over-the-top battle royal. And then he would go on, and I guess he would have a rematch. Rock would be WWE champion by WrestleMania 29. Cena would have that opportunity, as a number one contender. So that would then set up a CM Punk versus. What the fuck happened? What was that all about?
I think I just lost 10 pounds. That's what that's all about. Ugh.
So you couldn't have taken a shit before we went live. You left me hanging, man.
I did. I said I'll be right back. I said, hold on a second, I'll be right back. Whoosh.
Yeah.
God damn.
You left.
Childbirth.
Yeah, I'm talking. I don't know. It's cold outside. Is it cold in Florida?
Yeah, it actually is. I mean, it's like, yeah, you gotta wear your jackets and stuff.
It's
cold.
Current temperature is 8 degrees, I think, right now. 8.
Well, it ain't that cold. It definitely ain't nowhere near that cold, but it's cold for us.
Yeah, it's definitely cold up here. It's snowing out too. I was telling the guys in the chat room and everybody listening live. A little bit of snow, some cold air. It's brutal, man.
Typical fucking. Typical mid-January in New York.
You know what else? What else we did, man? Is I think what we're gonna do is on Tuesday nights we're gonna do a poll, right? And then we're gonna keep the poll up the entire week. And then before we go off there, basically we'll come up with a poll tonight. And then before we go off the air here, at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll give the results. And then the following week, I'm going to keep the poll up on the websites all week long, and then we'll have, a more detailed recap where people that don't listen to the show or, just visit the website and vote then.
You reach a broader audience for the results.
Yes, correct. So we took a poll last week, man. I just gave them the results, but who will win the WWE title at the Royal Rumble? 59% say The Rock, and the other 41% say CM Punk. So a lot of people leaning more towards The Rock. You still going with The Rock winning WWE title?
I'm still picking The Rock.
All right, I'm gonna go CM Punk. I mean, I gotta stick to my guns, man. And then what I was telling them, right before you got back, is think about this. They've been hyping up on Raw that the winner of the Royal Rumble this year is gonna go on to main event WrestleMania. So if The Rock were to win the title at the Royal Rumble, and then go into WrestleMania with it. And then if John Cena were to go and win the Royal Rumble, the 30-man over-the-top battle royal, that would set up an opportunity where Rock would be WWE champion come WrestleMania, and then Cena's got a shot at whoever's WWE champion, and that would set up your rematch right there, between CM Punk not CM Punk, Cena and Rock.
The Rock, yeah. It'll be interesting to see which direction they choose to go, because they've got a million different ways they can go if they choose to do it,
Yeah. Let's come up with another poll right now. I
like Darksider 2008 in the chat. He says a poll for Clark. Who wins the Royal Rumble match itself? You guys.
Yeah, but that's you could. How many people can we put on there? Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Who will win the? I gotta do this good because it's gonna stay up on the site all week. Who will win
WWE
the 30-man? Who will win the 30-man WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view this Sunday?
No, the match, not the pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, you're right. The 30-man WWE Royal Rumble match this Sunday night. All right, and then give me all right,
John Cena.
Okay.
Ryback.
You can give me 10 of them. 10 if you want.
All right. Well, we only need. All right. John Cena, Ryback.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph Ziggler. Randy Orton, Sheamus.
Randy Orton, Sheamus.
Yeah, I think Big Show's in there, right?
Yeah, we can put him in there. Ryback's in there. We already put him.
Yeah, I already said, the Shield. Are they in there?
Yeah, but they can't. I mean, we're not gonna put. That's a group of 3,
Yeah. What about Kane, Daniel Bryan,
The bigger we got John Cena, Ryback. Look at the chat and see if anybody pops up. Good answer. John Cena.
No, nobody else.
John Cena, Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Sheamus, The Big Show, and then we'll put other. All right.
Yeah, that's good. Did you put Orton in there?
I do. I have John Cena, Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Sheamus, The Big Show, and other.
There's a good one. We forgot The Miz.
The Miz. Yeah, that's kind of a long shot, but yeah, we'll put that in there. All right, so The Miz, and then we'll do the other. All right, that's fine. All right, so it's up right now. Tell them how they can go vote.
He wants you to go to WZROnline.com. Top right of the page, you'll see a poll, and the poll asks you who you think is going to win the 30-man over-the-top Royal Rumble match here in 2013. Your options are John Cena, Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Sheamus, The Miz, and other. So go vote now.
There you go.
Next week who wins.
And like Boone said, guys, it's on the right-hand side of the website. Just go to WZROnline.com. Scroll down right-hand side of the website. You can vote in the poll. And then we'll give the results before we go off the air here tonight. And then basically what we'll do is we'll open the show every week with the poll results that, we debuted.
We should compare them, too. Like next week when we do the week-long results. Say what those are, and then say what the one-night results were from tonight, and then see how different they are. See how much they change over the course of a week when more people can vote.
Yeah, no doubt, because a lot of people vote during the week, man, that, visit the website but don't listen to the show.
Yeah, I mean, even like last week, The Rock and CM Punk, who's going to win. I believe it was like 51-49 or something on the show last week, and you just said it was like 59-41 now or something. So.
Yeah, no, it was really close last week, and then, Rock pulled ahead throughout the week, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's get these plugs out of the way. Actually, you know what? We got our Super Bowl teams, brother. I said we got our Super Bowl teams, brother.
Oh, man, I can't believe Baltimore is one of the teams. Everybody, because you know me, I'm from Baltimore, so everybody's talking shit. Ravens, Baltimore, shut up.
Bro, for the last 3 weeks, ever since the playoffs started, nobody gave Baltimore a shot, dude. They were
I didn't either. I didn't think they'd get past Denver.
I was right there with you. I didn't
think they get past Denver. I didn't think they get past who was it?
New England.
New York. I didn't think they get past New York. I didn't think they get past Denver. I didn't think they get past New England. I mean, they kicked New England's ass.
Well, the Super Bowl that I wanted to see was the New England Patriots and the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, that's what I picked. That's what I thought it was going to be. That's my pick.
And I thought that would have been that's the game that I really wanted to see. I mean, that I felt like would have been that Colin Kaepernick, the new San Francisco 49ers quarterback, and Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. And San Francisco went on and beat up on Atlanta. Atlanta for 2 weeks in a row, man. They had a 20-point lead the week before, wound up blowing it, or almost blowing it, and then they had a 17-point lead, and they got screwed. They wound up losing. So we do have the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. So that's a good one. Baltimore, like we talked about, dude, nobody gave them a chance, and I feel like, I think San Francisco, that's who I'm pulling for in the Super Bowl, and I probably shouldn't. East Coast, I should stick with Baltimore, But I think it's going to be one of those Cinderella stories, man, where Ray Lewis is
right?
Story, yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's
it would be a good story. But I don't personally think Baltimore's going to win, but that's what I'm going for. I always say they're my backup team. I'm a Detroit fan through and through, but Baltimore's my backup squad.
Right. I just think it's going to be that Cinderella story where Ray Lewis, one of the best, defensive players ever in the history of the NFL, is retiring, and they're going to send him out with a bang, And I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I'm going for San Francisco, but don't rule out Baltimore. You can't. How can you rule out Baltimore when they've been doing people week after week? It's crazy.
My brother said he's going to put $500. He won a $2,000 lottery ticket. He was going to put $500 on B-more to beat New England this past week. I wonder if he ever put that money down, because he said it would have turned around to about like $2,000, $3,000.
Wow, that would have been awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I said, you're crazy if you bet that money. And he's like, dude, it's fucking found money. It's free. So I was like, go waste it, because Baltimore's going to get their ass kicked by New England.
Right.
He was right.
All right, so real quick, like I said, it's been a busy day. We have 7, 8 posts ready to go as soon as we go off the air here tonight. And then not only that, but it's going to be a lot more than that. So we're looking at 10, 15 posts after we go off the air here tonight. So you're going to want to stay tuned to the website. SmackDown spoilers are in Sacramento, California, which means it's going to be be a very, very late night tonight, like 2 a.m. before full SmackDown spoilers are put up on the website. And then one last thing, I bought my on Saturday night my computer monitor shit the bed, dude. I've had it for years and years and years. Started making all this crazy noise, and basically it would shut off, and then I'd turn it back on, and it would stay on for like 30 seconds, and then it would shut off again. This continued and continued. So I went out, I bought a brand new monitor, bro, a 30-inch monitor. This thing's as big as a fucking TV, dude. It's awesome, man.
That's nice.
It is
yeah,
awesome.
You got to give monitors credit, man. Like people like you're a smoker, right? Cigarette smoker.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're like me. When I'm on the computer, I smoke a lot more for some reason. And then, like, you gotta think, the life of a computer monitor, it's sitting there all day long with somebody blowing smoke right in its face.
Yeah.
All day long, every day, for years, and it never fucking... I mean, that thing held up for, what, 10 years, your monitor? So, that's a good life.
Yeah, it had a real good life, man. But I love it. Dude, a 30-inch, this thing's beautiful. And I got a good deal on it, dude. It was less than $400, man. It was nice, man. I mean, you're paying for a regular computer monitor, you're paying like $150, $200. You know what I mean, dude? And I got this one for under $400. Yeah, so it was good, yeah.
30 inches, that's bigger than my TV.
It is, yeah. It's pretty much a TV.
Well, you ever spend all this money, you're crying last week about how you're going to be broke and begging for change on the street.
Well, my advertising company, two of my advertising companies, I've been emailing them back and forth, and they promised me that they have good campaigns ready to run in February. So we will see, dude. One guy's begging me, please stay with us, man. Hold out until February. We've got all these deals launching, and we'll see, dude. We'll fucking see, you know? All right.
Winner's Lair in the chat room got it all wrong. He said Ryan finally measured. It's 30-inch.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh man. That's a big one.
You have to wrap that one around your leg a few times to walk around in public.
Yeah, that's a sagger for sure, dude. All right, so we're gonna get into Monday Night Raw right now. One more. Let's get we'll get the plugs out of the way, and then we'll get ready. Did you see Monday Night Raw last night or no?
I didn't watch it on TV last night, but I downloaded it and watched it today. So yeah, I seen
Did you? All right, no doubt. Look at you, not bad.
I told you, man. I had no way to do it in the past where I lived. Now I can. And I watched the UFC.
You like that laptop?
I love the laptop. Yeah,
do you?
It's great.
Yeah,
and,
that's good. That's
what was I
good.
gonna say? Also, you know, this weekend we got Royal Rumble, but we also got UFC on Fox. Rampage, his last fight in UFC.
Why doesn't the laptop work with galleries these days, dude?
I gotta get going on that. We're also trying to get an apartment, and fucking we're sick, all of us in here, and wah.
Yeah?
I'll get going.
Alright.
I thought you told me to stop working for a while. I could have sworn you said that.
No, we had a conversation last week where I said I can, we're gonna keep you.
Yeah, just cut it. Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. I've been holding it down, bro. I got. We're gonna put up a photo of the new WWE title belt that's coming up. I just posted Santino Marella.
The new belt.
It was on Raw last night. Yeah.
I saw the belt last night. They added like some eagle wings or something above the top of it.
God, did you see the bags under CM Punk's eyes last night? They did that.
You mentioned that online. I saw you say maybe you said it on Facebook. I saw you say it somewhere, and I noticed it when I was watching. But he's always had that kind of problem, and some people have it. I got that a lot. It looks like I got two big black eyes a lot when it happens a lot when I go out and get like blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And I'll go to sleep. I'll pass out. I'll wake up, and when I wake up, it'll look like I haven't slept for a week or something because my eyes will have big, giant, dark bags under them and shit. But yeah, it just happens sometimes.
I didn't. I mean, he was either on something or no sleep, and CM Punk's not. He's cut. Right. I agree with that, dude. But no sleep, lack of sleep. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't it be a great fucking thing if we found? It wouldn't be a great thing, but wouldn't it be really clever? I can't find the right verbiage I want to use here, but wouldn't it be like just stunning if one day we found out CM Punk was like the biggest drug addict in the world, and this whole fucking drug-free thing was just to throw everybody off the scent?
Right.
The way I just completely dismissed it just now when you said, well, did you see his eyes? He must have been on something. And I just completely was like, of course not. He's drug-free, Ryan.
Well, I think Jeff Hardy came out that when Jeff Hardy and CM Punk were feuding, he said something, I want to say Adderall, man, that CM Punk was a pill popper.
Speed. You know that,
yeah, that CM Punk was a pill popper or something like that, and that Jeff Hardy had confirmed knowledge. He was 100% sure that he was on some sort of pill.
A lot of
I don't
people
know.
in the chat room are saying somas and
Somas?
sleeping pills.
Ambien. I think it was Ambien.
Yeah, Ambien.
Right?
Somebody said sleeping pills. Somebody said, and 2 people said somas.
Yeah, it was something like that, where Jeff Hardy or Matt Hardy or one of the two came out and was the one that said that. So, I don't know. All right, check out the official website of WZR Radio, guys, WZROnline.com. The site continues to grow, man. It's awesome. Awesome. We're off to a great 2013 start. Just wish ad rates were a little bit better. But WZROnline.com, the official home of the WZR Army and WZR Radio. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube as well. Facebook.com/WZR Army. Twitter and YouTube as well. Just go to WZROnline.com. Top navigation bar, social media tab. It's a drop-down box. All the links to Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are right there at WZROnline.com. And our live chat room every week, every Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time, on and in progress, WZROnline.com /chat, WZROnline.com/chat. Get in there.
That's a good question from the chat room, speaking of which. It's from Raven, and it says, I've always wondered, what does WZR stand for?
We've addressed that question numerous times.
A million times, but I figured I'd throw it in your face again.
We never
Somebody
give
in
you
the chat room
a...
says Wooden Zoo Radio. Is that what it stands for?
It stands for something radio.
Oh, wrestling
Zebra. Something. Wrestling Zebra. Yes.
Yeah, Wrestling Zebra Radio.
Wrestling Zebra Radio. That's what it is. There you go.
We're a big fan of referees. We like the stripes, black and white.
That's what it is. There you go, buddy. There you go. All right. Or zoo. There you go. Zebra, zoo. Zebras are in zoos, right? Wrestle zoo. Zoo. Zebra. Zoo. Yes. Zebras. Zoo. Ooh, you left me again, dude. You left me again. All right.
That time I was hitting a fucking bowl of weed.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So, Monday Night Raw from last night, man. What you think, top to bottom?
See, I keep seeing everybody trash the hell out of the show. I didn't think... It's kind of like last week. I got to qualify my answer. I think last week was our recap of the 20th anniversary show. This week, like I said last week, it was a good show, but if you look at it as, like, was it a good representation of an anniversary show, like 20 years encapsulated in 3 hours? Then I would say no. But as a show itself last week, it was a decent little show. I would say the same thing this week. As a go-home show for the Royal Rumble, could have been better, but I would say just as a show by itself, it was pretty good. I'd say they killed it with that Cena shit at the end. You know, any goodwill they had built up, they kind of ruined with that, because that was just garbage.
Bro, what was up with that promo last night, man? Oh, my God. You know?
I think it was his idea of being clever. Like, I'm going to tell everybody the story about Sunday and then bring it back to our Sunday with Royal Rumble. Like, what a waste of time, dude. You want to talk about 8 different girls in the audience and then fucking, oh, yeah, by the way, Sunday we wrestle. Okay, good night. And that's how they end the go-home Raw.
God, we need to find that promo, dude. It's got to be on here somewhere where we can just play, clips of that. It was brutal, dude. It was such a nerdy promo with the corny jokes and everything else, dude. It was, God, that was something else last night.
It was the prototypical, no pun intended, prototype. It was the prototypical Cena corny promo for sure.
Do you have a report? I'm looking for this promo, so I'm kind of trying to stall
I
a
have
little
a report.
bit. Do you have a report in front of your face where you can? I don't know.
For Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up. It seems to be freezing. I'm trying to buy time. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, yeah. The show opens. We were in San Jose, California. It's the Martin Luther King Jr. Special edition of the show. They aired a video package to honor him, and then we open up with Vicky Guerrero and Paul Heyman coming to the ring.
Who's on my Facebook page that can send me like an inbox? Find me a link on YouTube of the John Cena promo from last night, and then shoot it over to my inbox on Facebook. Just send over the link, and I'm gonna play some highlights. I'm trying to look right now, but we're doing a live radio. It's tough,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what did you think of the Vicky Heyman thing that opened the show up?
Well, Vicky, my God, dude, the heel heat that Vicky Guerrero gets. I mean, people that are actually in the arena, dude. They can barely hear her talk. Is what the reports say. When she comes out, it's just
She swarmed with hatred. Yeah.
Yeah, they had. So she comes out, right? It's her and Paul Heyman, and Vicky. The whole gist of the thing was, Rock's banned. Rock's here tonight, but he's banned from the building, and if he tries to get in, he'll be arrested. Da 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 da. And then Rock popped up on the Titantron.
Now, the question I had is, like, I hate to do this because you never want to look at things from like, well, let's try and make sense of this. But okay, he's banned from the building. Why? Because he made fun of Vicky Guerrero. He got banned from the building. Like, that's the reason.
During the Rock concert last week, he had that whole song that was dedicated.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, that's a punishable offense that results in being banned from the building the next day. Like, you can't talk shit about Vicky Guerrero. You can't make a joke about her.
Right.
100 people talk shit about her right to her face.
Right,
Dolph
but
Ziggler called her fat and old and ugly like 2-3 weeks ago, right to her face.
She's the what Vince McMahon call her that one week, man? The
supervising. Oh man, you said it.
Supervising something, dude, of Monday Night Raw. You know what I mean?
Supervisor. Oh god, managing supervisor.
That's what it was. Senior managing supervisor of Monday Night Raw or something like that, dude. Something. I don't know what the hell it was, dude. Something crazy. Nobody can find this promo, right? It's not. I don't think it's on YouTube. It's not like anybody wants to hear it anyways. It was a fucking horrible promo last. It was brutal, man.
It was bad.
I just wanted to play it to show, once again, how fucking corny, dude, that shit was. Nobody's got. Oh, here comes a couple links. Here we go. Just the opening was I don't know. Hold on, let me pull it up here. He says Justin Nestor and who else? Ryan Ennis. Let's see what we got. All right, the promo starts at what did he say? What'd you say here? 158. So let's go to 150. We'll just play the opening of it. All right, so this is how. Just listen to this. It's fucking.
All right.
Listen to that crowd, man. They can't stand him last night, huh?
It was a nice crowd, I thought.
Well, they're booing the hell out of him right now.
Yeah, but, well, maybe not polite, but they were hot.
It's
lively because you probably had a restful weekend, I imagine. Because you see, on the seventh day, there was rest. Traditionally, Sundays have always been a day for us to rest, recover, recuperate. And it doesn't matter if you like me or if you don't, or what you do with your Sundays. We all enjoy Sundays. It's a day to do whatever you want, like, right there. Yeah, you, right there. This young man right here. I bet you when Sunday rolls around, this young man is having a ball. A day off of school, right? Early, right? Excellent. So what do? You probably call up your friends, ask them to go out and play. Wait a second. Kids today don't use the phone and they don't go outside to play. You probably go play video games. Wait a second. You play video games, don't you? You're the 10th level prestige that's keeping me at noob status on Black Ops 2, aren't you? You're ruining my cyber life. Could you please give me a break? Okay, between you and me, when we're playing the game, my username is... My username is Skidmarks187. Oh. Don't laugh. Hey.
And then you've got the announcers, the Michael Cole and Jerry.
Doing the fake laughter and shit.
Oh my god, dude.
You gotta sell it, man. Yeah. I love Lawler because you can tell when he's fake laughing.
This is a judgment-free zone. I'm a grown man. I eat Fruity Pebbles. I play video games. We do what we want on a Sunday. Like you. Young lady right there in the hat and the white shirt. I bet your Sunday is reliving your Saturday.
Let me just say that. Hey. She ain't a bad-looking chick.
Maybe something like a girls' night out, a ladies' night. You get together with the crew, dress to the nines, have a few apple teenies, and then wake up on Sunday post a few pictures, but only the ones are in and only the ones are looking good. We know the rules. We know the rules. And probably off to the gym with a $12 cup of designer coffee. Post a selfie of you at yoga class doing the downward dog. Thank you very much. Then maybe back to the apartment to surf YouTube and listen to Taylor Swift to negotiate your last breakup and maybe switch.
Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift?
He's trying to drop nifty little pop culture references. That's what that was.
Well, I know what it is, but Taylor Swift, you missed it.
She's so hip. She's so hip and fresh.
Well, we,
all the kids love Taylor Swift these days.
Oh, they do? She's been with, my God, she's been with about, it came out, TMZ had an article. I mean, they listed like 10 dudes or something like that she's been with. You know what I mean?
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Check it out.
Good for her. She get around.
I remember when we broke up the first time, saying this is it, I've had enough. Cause like we hadn't seen each other in a month.
Whoa!
Dude, I was waiting for a joke. You're just playing the song?
I'm gonna change, trust me. Remember how that
I thought it was going to be like a big part interrupting her or something.
You want to sing?
I love you.
I don't know.
Listen, wait for it.
I don't know.
We are never, ever, ever getting back together. We never, ever, ever getting back together. I'm not bad, right? I'm not a bad singer.
Man, fucking rock and roll on Tuesday night.
We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Woo!
I knew that part. I'll admit I know that part, but I only know it from this kids commercial. It's like a kids CD, and they all.
Oh man! All right.
Nicki Minaj, because you might have met a guy last night you got a future with. Here's the bump in the road with your Sunday. The guy you met last night. The guy you met last night is right there.
All right, that's enough, dude.
That's about enough of that.
That's about enough of that. It was about enough of that 5 minutes ago when I started playing it. But no, I mean it was just the typical corny John Cena, you know. And then to end the show, I'm thinking we'll just kind of highlight it before we go to the. I mean, we got about 20 minutes before we got to go to the break, and we'll finish up Raw. But I'm thinking last night, where John Cena cuts that horrible corny promo, and then you have all the people that are pretty much confirmed for the Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan, Kane come out. Anybody that's confirmed.
One after the other, too. Just too many came out at once, I think.
Right, but I thought, and I think this would have been the right way to end the show. We knew some of the confirmed names, right? Have a big name come out. And that's what I was thinking, where, all right, we've had the typical corny John Cena promo. All the people are going to come out, and there's going to be a big brawl to end the show, but then somebody's music's going to hit. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's music is going to hit right now. Lesnar's going to come running down to the ring.
But dude, you know better. He's got one appearance left, and it's WrestleMania. That's when you're going to see him.
He's got more than one. He's not. I mean, he's going to have to appear on Raw to hype up a match. So
at WrestleMania.
He's not just going to come in and bang, going to be on WrestleMania.
I'm sure he can. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work because I mean he signed for a specific amount of dates, but maybe there was. I don't know.
Have somebody that we didn't know was going to be in the Royal Rumble, and a bigger name, like somebody like a Lesnar, that they were, keeping a surprise up until this point, or just didn't announce them up until that point, and then have Brock Lesnar, or if it's not Brock Lesnar, have somebody that we didn't know was going to be in the Royal Rumble, a big name come out, and then, this is your go-home show to the Royal Rumble, so end Monday Night Raw with Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler on commentary saying something like, oh my God, Brock Lesnar's going to be in the Royal Rumble? Oh my God, you got to order the pay-per-view this Sunday to find out what's going to...
Jericho or somebody like that.
Somebody, and do a hard sell, one final hard sell for the Royal Rumble and say, oh my God, I cannot believe this guy's in the Royal Rumble. You got to order the pay-per-view.
You have to buy the show this weekend because of this or because of that or something like that to gets people just
something, dude.
having to buy eggs.
Something, and you know, it's just somebody, you know, and they didn't do it, man. It was just, you know, your typical, and that happens every single year before the Royal Rumble.
They did that. Another thing, like you said earlier, they did the beat the clock, which is another thing we talk about on Raw, because that's where we left off, which Heyman and Vicky Guerrero left out of the ring, and then we went to the beat the clock, which was first matchup was Randy Orton versus Antonio Cesaro, and Orton won via RKO, setting the initial beat the clock time at 11 minutes 36 seconds. So it's a pretty lengthy first outing in the beat the clock.
Well, and the reason
they did the Mick Foley Hall of Fame video package. I thought that was awesome. The video package for Foley's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I can actually pull that up right now.
Dude, it was so good. I don't know how great it'll be with just audio. I don't remember if it was because of the narration or the visual. The visuals are amazing, though. I remember that. A lot of him younger and.
Yeah, they actually we put that up on the website. Bob Backlund is another one that is going to be
Bob
in
Backlund
the.
was announced this week. Yeah, they announced Foley last week, but if you remember, he was interrupted when he came out to talk about being inducted. And
right.
So this week they had the video package.
The video. Sorry, I had to wait for the commercial to play, but here's the audio. It's a little bit low on the audio, guys. Sorry about that. But like you say, dude, they show you know, old clips of his matches and, you know, when he was a kid growing up. Yeah, it's pretty.
Music.
Yeah, you would have to see the highlights. You know, there's not much.
I can't hear it. It's just music, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it was just music, and then they have highlights of, you know, him as.
It looks really cool, and I think every once in a while they'll throw in like a Jim Ross line from commentary.
What do you think about Bob Backlund in the Hall of Fame? Well deserved.
Well deserved, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, come on, 6-year title reign, and he came back and won it again from Brett.
Right.
Chicken wing. He lost it to Diesel in like 30 seconds, 12 seconds, some quick ass amount, and at a house show no less. In Madison Square Garden, he lost it to Kevin Nash Diesel.
I remember when you would go into the arena, when he had that gimmick, you know, the politician gimmick, man. He would be.
That was TNA though, right? Or was that?
No,
WWE?
see, that was WWE, and when you would walk into the arena, he would be out there, and he'd be handing out flyers and pamphlets and things like that. I remember going when I was a kid, man, and seeing him. He'd be right in the hallway. And then not only that, but if you guys are going to WrestleMania, or if you're going to the Access festivities and whatnot, look at you choking over there. Lay off the weed, man. Shit.
No, I still have a regular cough. I'm not smoking right now.
But I'll give you a fair warning or a heads up. If you're ever to go meet Bob Backlund, a lot of people walk up to him and they want to shake his hand, or, you know, they want an autograph and whatnot.
Let me ask you a trivia question.
He'll ask you a trivia question, and the last known thing, the thing that he would always do, people in the chat room. You need to know your presidents, man. You need to be able to name all.
He makes those weird, nerdy faces, and he's got that nerdy voice, and it's all proper. And, well, son, if you want an autograph, let me ask you a trivia question.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't even tell you. I think there's, 44 presidents of the United States? 44?
Oh, no, that can't be right.
46? I want to say 46 or 44. How many presidents were there? I think it's 44 or 46. Yeah, 44. There you go. But you need to be able to. I'm just giving you guys a heads up, man. If you want an autograph or something,
you know. 55. What the fuck?
You know he's gonna be around there. You know, WrestleMania, and he's the type of guy that goes out, man, and he walks the sidewalks, and he's just basically your average guy. And it's not shy about, you know, hiding behind the scenes or backstage. So if you do happen to run into him, I would not approach him unless you know your presidents or if you're ready to answer a trivia question, just because that's the way he's always been, you know. So, but it is well deserved, man, for the Hall of Fame. Shut the fuck! What do you got going on over there?
I was talking to myself. I can't my cigarettes.
So, beat the clock, man. You know, like you said, Randy Orton set the bar. They set the bar high, man. And the reason they did that is, you know, a 12-minute match or 11 minutes and 36 seconds is what it was last night.
It allows low. Set the bar high.
You're right. You're right.
It real quick.
Yeah, set the bar low, but that allowed for. I mean, you've got a 3-hour show, you know, Monday Night Raw. So they set the initial bar low at 11:36, and then that allows.
No, it's not going to be Orton, so it's going to be somebody else. But who is it going to be?
Yeah,
plenty of other people. It could be any one of them.
It allows for longer matches on a 3-hour show. You know what I mean?
And more interest in those matches too.
Correct. So we had, like you said, the Foley Hall of Fame video aired. Then we had
another Shield video. I thought that was awesome.
Those Shield videos are all well
done. They're amazing, aren't they?
They're great, man.
Every single one of them has been a home run. I mean, every single one of them.
And you can clearly see that on the microphone. I don't know about Ambrose. Yeah, man, he is gold, man. And Rollins or Seth Rollins, man, you can tell, man. Seth Rollins. Take it from me. I used to see him and he would cut promos on Ring of Honor, and he's always had a lisp, right? Well, now whenever he talks,
is it
man,
Rollins or Rollins?
Seth Rollins or Rollins. He says
Rollins. Why do you always fucking do that to people's names with your dumb accents?
He says Rollins. I'm sorry, it's Rollins, Seth Rollins. But listen, all right, if you go back and view the videos and watch how he pronounces the S, like he'll be like Rollins.
Like suffering succotash.
No. He's getting better. It's almost like he's taking speech classes, man, where he's working on the S. You know what I mean? Here's a little known fact. I got the same problem with my S's, and when I was back in elementary school, I would always have the lisp, and I went to speech.
Did you really have a lisp?
I went to speech classes, and they taught me how to do the S. And
get the fuck out of here! I swear to God. Lisp?
Yeah. I went to speech classes. My mother put me in speech classes, and I've been good on the S ever since. But people that...
Hey, Jamie, does Steven still have a lisp? Yes? Okay. So, yeah, I didn't know you could fix it. I thought if you had a lisp, you had a lisp. I didn't know you could get rid of it.
I went to speech class back in high school, or elementary school, I think it was, But I was in the speech class. So, what are you going to do?
Shit. Yeah, that's strange. She said, what do you think speech class is for?
So we had poor Zack Ryder, man. Big Show and Zack Ryder. Ryder comes out, he gets in the ring, and boom, in less than a minute, knockout punch, bada bing, bada boom, you are done.
Yeah, that was sad.
Poor guy, man. That poor guy. And John Cena's on his side, man. They've been doing the tout videos, and Cena's been helping him get over 1 million or whatever it is on Twitter, but they just, Zack Ryder it's the same guys every week. I said on Facebook last night, dude, it's Zack Ryder, it's Tenzai, sometimes Santino Marella, but definitely Ryder and Tenzai are your two main.
Ryder is definitely one of the main ones.
Tenzai,
too.
Did you
mention the Brad Maddox part of this match where he came out and did a commentary with Colin Lawler?
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Later in the show, they did the thing with Paul Heyman, too. What was that about?
That was right after that. It was right after that, yeah. They were backstage, and Heyman told Brad to stick with him, and he'd make Brad famous. It seemed like they were kind of like aligning a little bit.
Yeah, something's up with that. Triple H is high on Brad Maddox, and has been.
I think he's good. He's a good talker. He's got a good look, and I was going to say that about Ambrose too. I was going to say Ambrose and Punk. Ambrose versus Punk. 2-3 years from, let's say 3 years from now.
Yeah.
That'll be a huge match, because Ambrose is going to be just like Punk, a cocky,
I think so,
brash, and
right.
Fucking to the point kind of talker. And
I agree with that.
He's got an attitude about him.
I think you're right. Dean Ambrose is going to be the star when it comes time, and it's not going to happen anytime soon because.
Yeah, that's why I say 2 or 3 years.
Right. The Shield just came in and debuted as a group, so they're not going to split them up anytime soon.
They're taking them serious though. You show the recap; it's impressive to see them beat down. Ryback, Cena, Orton, Sheamus, one after another, and it's like it looks good when you play it all together at once like that.
No, Dean Ambrose, I agree 100%. He's going to be a star, dude. He'll be a star when the Shield.
I think Rollins will be too. I don't know about Reigns, but even then, like I said, the way they like the guys that are just big jacked up freaks, they could do something.
And then
give them some kind of gimmick or something.
And then let's go back to Brad Maddox Maddox. There's my accent again.
Maddox. Yeah.
All right, Brad Maddox. A lot of people, probably you guys in the chat room and people listening live, they're not gonna like this guy. But think about it, man. You gotta remember that the guy's playing up a gimmick, and he's playing up a cocky, heelish. He's got that cocky, heelish attitude. He's good, man. For the gimmick that he is in, he's good. He plays it to a T with that cocky attitude, and I think he's got.
Who are we talking about?
Brad Maddox. Maddox.
No, I agree with you. He's good.
He is
he's
good.
He's like Eric. He reminds me of Eric Bischoff a little bit.
Yeah, he's playing up the heel cocky character. So we'll see where they go with him. And then I mean, who knows, man? Is Paul Heyman going to lead a group with Brad Maddox, CM Punk, and maybe the Shield? You know?
I mean, they're definitely leaning that way. I mean, later on in Raw, I guess we'll get to it. Punk and Heyman had to again deny any involvement with the Shield, and the stipulation was added to the match with The Rock and CM Punk at Royal Rumble.
Vince McMahon fucked up his line there too in the.
I heard that he did, but I don't know what the line was. What line did he?
It was let me go back. It was he said. Vince said CM Punk will be stripped if CM Punk interferes in the match. So he said CM Punk twice. And it was actually CM Punk will be stripped if the Shield interferes in the match.
Oh, yeah, I do remember hearing that. And I was like in my head, I knew what he meant. So.
Right, everybody knew what he meant, but you could definitely tell that was a live segment. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we'll see what happens. But like you said, they're leaning towards some sort of faction with, Paul Heyman, Brad Maddox, The Shield, and CM Punk, So,
yeah.
I cut myself. I took a shower about a half an hour before we came on the air here. And I cut myself. And when you cut yourself shaving, it doesn't stop bleeding?
Yeah.
I'll just let you know. Why? Anyway.
So we also, from there, went to the Ryback versus Heath Slater. And Ryback beat him quickly, obviously. And also beat up Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. And,
That's another one. That's another one.
Ryback did another promo. What'd you think of that one?
That was a good promo, man. I mean, they don't give him much time to talk, but
That's
telling
good.
you.
I think it's good that they keep it brief.
It is good. I like the idea that they keep it brief.
Let him grow. Let the audience realize that he's going to be talking. He's not just going to be a big mom
Well,
that doesn't speak.
And they've caught on. I mean, as soon as he starts pounding his chest, they do the feed me more. You know
But
what I
he
mean?
can do that without talking. Like, let him get used to him as a verbalized character. That's three-dimensional, that speaks, has a personality.
I'm telling you guys, man, you drop that gimmick, you drop the, it's kind of corny. It's not over the top corny, man, but
It's working. I mean, shit.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, look, this guy in late 2012, nobody had any idea who he was, man. And then we talk about it every week. CM Punk wound up getting injured, and he came in, jumped right into the main event spot, and the crowd took to him. And look at him now, man. He's pretty much a main eventer, wouldn't you say?
I would say he's in the main event league for sure. Like, he's a guy they can put in the main event, and it would fit.
That's
in the future.
You're always talking about, it's a new generation, and you're trying to build up the younger talents, and you're trying to make big names as guys like Triple H and Steve Austin and The Rock. And they're not going to be around forever, so you've got to take these new guys. And they got one. It's like going fishing, man. You get
some bites sometimes.
Yeah,
they caught something.
You get a lot You get a lot of bites, man. But sometimes you catch one, man. And
they definitely caught a big one there.
Yeah,
and they wants to be fed more.
There you go, buddy. Hey.
We shoot backstage. The Rock is still trying to get in the building. He was telling the police officers, which were really just three independent local wrestlers, that he should serve the people because that's their job. As cops, is to protect and serve. He said he should serve the people by letting The Rock in. And the cops seemed to agree with him a little bit. And one officer even mentioned about how the family was in the crowd and that he actually had a ticket to the show. And The Rock said he had an idea. Before he could talk about it, Vicky Guerrero came up. Vicky demanded an apology, but obviously The Rock just talked a bunch of shit, and that was that.
Yeah.
And then they promoted Raw Roulette for next week. What I noticed is that every week there seems to be a gimmick to Raw.
Well,
one week it's the Slammies, 1 week it's an anniversary, 1 week it's fucking last show before pay-per-view. Next week it's it's a Raw Roulette, and then there's a fucking guest host with the Muppet Baby. Like, there's always something.
We a couple of weeks ago on the website we reported that Raw Roulette was going to be returning, and it's basically every time they go to Las Vegas, they're in Vegas next week, so you're going to have Raw Roulette. You know what I mean?
It's just a coincidence because it's been so many in a row recently. Not in a row, but like recently. Like I could say there's been 5 or 6 themes to a Raw in the last 2 months, maybe 3 at the most.
Yeah, but I think it's just falling on, the 20th anniversary. I mean, that's not anything that's built up or hyped, And that just happened. It's the 20th anniversary.
Yeah,
You know?
it's coincidental, but it's unique that there's been that many in a row like that. It makes it seem like Raw's always got something going on, which is good, I think, for the brand.
They're not competing with football either, and yesterday's Raw rating is going to be delayed because of the Martin Luther King holiday.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
It'll be out
seems like
tomorrow.
holidays fall on Monday.
Most holidays do fall. Labor Day,
like Labor Day,
Memorial Day. Yeah, most of them do. I think Thanksgiving.
Veterans Day. There's always something that delays Raw or delays the Raw rating and also affects the Raw rating.
Well, you've
like
got
it's the lowest Raw rating, non-holiday Raw.
I think
that stipulation.
Thanksgiving is normally on a Thursday. Christmas can be any day of the week, and then Easter is always Easter Sunday. So, but the other ones, you're right, man. They almost always fall on a Monday. You know. So, anyways, so where we leave off, CM Punk. Oh, this is where.
I was gonna save that for hour 2. We only got a minute here, but.
Oh, you're right. No. We'll do that in our numero dos. I just put up the post on my Facebook page for a rapid fire.
Yeah, well, we want to get your rapid fire questions and comments for our numero dos. In the second hour, we have a segment called the Rapid Fire, where we take questions and comments from the Facebook page and little one-liners, keep them brief, and we answer them in a rapid-fire fashion. You can submit your questions and comments to the commercial break by logging on to Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Once again, that's Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR.
You're listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone, and we're back. Our numero dos. That's 2. WZR Radio, Matt Boone, Ryan Clark. We're going to be taking your rapid fire questions, live phone calls. We're going to finish up a Monday Night Raw here as well. Be sure to go and vote on our poll that we put up on WZROnline.com. We're going to give you guys the results here tonight, and then we're going to let it sit on the main website all week long. And come on next week, we'll open the show up with those poll results. The options and the question is, who will win the 30-man WWE Royal Rumble match this Sunday night on pay-per-view? Your choices are John Cena, Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Sheamus, The Big Show, The Miz, or other. I'm going to place my vote right now.
Who are you voting for? Give us
say John Cena.
saying John Cena. That's who I say.
Alright, so we'll put in, well, I can't put in a vote for you. You're going to have to go vote yourself. But John Cena for me, and as of right now, not a lot of people. What's wrong with you guys? There's a lot of you guys listening live, right? You just being lazy? Is that what it is? Everybody being lazy?
I'm listening live. I'm actually doing the show with you, and I haven't voted because I don't feel like it.
There's 16 votes, and there's a lot more people than 16.
Well,
why? Get your asses over there and go vote, man. WZROnline.com. It's on the right-hand side of the website. Scroll down a little bit. You can vote in the online poll. But anyways, with the 16 votes, the 16 whole votes that we have right now, 50%, 8 people out of the 16 say John Cena. 4 of them, 25%, say other.
Don't you know the move yet, dude? You just say the percentages when the numbers are like that. You don't say the amount of votes. You just say, well, coming in first place with blank percent of votes, and then you don't let people know it's a blank percent of 16 people. But
Well, we need more votes before we go off the air. I understand that. You're right. I should have just given the percentages, but nonetheless, we already fucked it up, or I already fucked it up. So go to WZROnline.com, put in your vote, and then we'll come back to this at the end of the show. But as of right now, 50% John Cena, 25% other, 6% Ryback, 6% Dolph Ziggler, 6% Randy Orton, 6% The Miz, and Sheamus and The Big Show have no votes as of right now. So go vote.
Sheamus won last year, too, so.
I know. Crazy. By the way, Santino Marella, I just put up a, you know what it did, man? I put up a photo of Santino Marella. His daughter won a beauty contest, right? And later found out that it was the teen beauty contest or beauty pageant, and You know, I put a post up on the website, smoking hot photos of Santino Marella's daughter. She's only 17. 17's not so
that's
bad.
not too bad.
It's not,
right.
yeah, it's not horrible, but she's a smoking hot chick. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
You can be 17 and be a smoking hot chick. You're just not a smoking hot legal chick. Yeah.
Well, in some states you are. Some states 17 is legal age. It all depends
Really?
on the state that
Of
you're
course
in.
you would know that.
Whatever.
You driving around Arkansas looking for 17-year-olds.
See, it's a dark sider in the chat. 2008 says it's 14 here. You know, wherever he lives, it's 14 years old.
Where?
Where? Dark Sider 2008. He lives in Arkansas.
Yeah, I said Arkansas.
There you go. That's why, dude.
That is a random joke. He said, I live in Arkansas.
I banged my sister at 14 down here in Arkansas.
That's why Bill Clinton's banging fucking interns and smoking special cigars.
That's horrible. We love Arkansas. We love you guys in Arkansas. That's so horrible. I didn't mean that. It was bad. It's 18 in the United Kingdom, so there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com. /chat, WZROnline.com/chat.
Yeah, you can get over there to the chat room right now and tell everybody young girls are allowed to be fucked in your state. Listen, look at everybody in the chat room. That's their 13, 15, 18, 16.
We're not making, Ryan Clark's biggest fan, we're not making fun of our fans. Come on. Anybody that tunes into the show or that's part of the WZR Army, man, we can't thank you guys enough. That's the honest truth, man. We honestly can't thank you enough. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Yeah, that's Randy from Arkansas. That's not nice to make fun of Arkansas.
Oh,
Okay?
stop it. Stop it. It was just a joke, bro.
Arkansas.
It was
Arkansas.
just...
Fine, I will accept your apologies.
Oh,
Keep
thank
up
you.
the good work, guys.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Arkansas representing!
Little Rock, Arkansas.
See what happens, man? We get ourselves in trouble, man, and we don't even, whatever.
I don't know.
He was not a very happy camper from
He was
Arkansas.
crying in his cornflakes over in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Stop. He accepted our apologies, so we'll move on. New York, New York. All right. So Monday Night Raw. Let's get back into it, and then we'll do rapid fire questions, taking your live phone calls as well. You guys can call us up. We'll mix it up throughout hour number 2. It's 518-712-3070, 518-712-3070. There was a Dolph Ziggler.
DJ Groove Mag in the chat says, I can't tell if these callers are faking or really talk like that.
I
wonder that too sometimes. I'm like, there's no way these guys are for real. Like, this is really how lucky are we that we get these callers to goofy ass fucking voices.
I didn't know if he was joking or not right there, but I don't know. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just have a question about Zack Ryder. I want to know, do you guys know if he still sells a lot of merchandise on WWE.com? If so, it still wouldn't make sense why they keep dropping them out and not putting them on Raw. But thanks a lot. All right, bye.
Well, that's what we say every week is that if he sells so much merchandise, why would they drop him out? But that's been the case. I mean, you said that at one point he was like the second highest merchandise selling superstar on the roster.
Well, the last I heard was a couple of months ago, and he was number 5.
He was in the top 5. That's right. I'm sorry.
He was number 5 behind John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and CM Punk. Number 5 behind those 4. So, and that's another reason, man. The guy sells a ton of merchandise, so it's not like everybody says, well, Zack Ryder is going to get fired, blah, 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 blah. They may keep him around because he makes the company, although they job him out, he makes the company a lot of money. You know what I mean? Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Hey, man, this is Dark Side 2008 up in the chat room.
How you doing, man?
Hey, I was going to ask on Rapid Fire if there was a reason that Alberto Del Rio won the title on SmackDown instead of a pay-per-view.
We talked about that last week, too. I was wondering why they chose the timing of the babyface turn and then kind of switching back and then, oh, never mind, we want to keep him babyface. And then have him win the title on a TV show. To pay-per-view. It's just a series of weird shit going on with that character.
As far as the title change that they did, I know, or I believe, they hyped up that The Rock was going to be on SmackDown that week, right? It was 2 weeks ago, and The Rock was going to appear on SmackDown. So there were advertisements that aired during Raw, basically telling people that The Rock was going to be on the show. So the hope, obviously, would be, a lot of people are going to tune in to SmackDown. I mean, let's be honest, man. The Rock comes back, and ratings are up, They're not up by a whole bunch, but he does bring in
he moves the needle. He makes an impact.
He does, he does make a little bit of an impact, and they hyped that he was going to be on the show. So with him on the show, they had probably expected that ratings may nudge up just a little bit, and then they do the title change, and it's not often that you see titles change on TV, but it's a way to show fans that, titles can change. It doesn't always have to be a pay-per-view. They can change on Raw and they can change on SmackDown. Now, as to your question, why at this time, right before the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, why did he win the title? I talked about it earlier, man. Keep in mind that the winner of the Royal Rumble is going to get a title shot, whether it be a WWE or world title shot. And not only that, but Dolph Ziggler is got to cash in at some point here in the next couple of months. So maybe they've got plans where, I don't know, if they're turning Del Rio face, maybe a heel Dolph Ziggler would come down and maybe cash in on him. I think it's a brief stint as world champion for Alberto Del Rio. I don't think
he's just holding it to give it to somebody at Mania, most likely. It doesn't matter who.
Exactly. I think it's a brief stint, and he's basically holding it to.
He's a placeholder. Yeah.
He's a placeholder to put over somebody that's probably going to be a long-term champion, or if not a long-term champion, but at least a couple months. You know what I mean? So
like they're saying in the chat, the term is transitional champion.
There you go. Exactly. Rygao and AMC Boy in the chat. There you go. Said it at the exact same time. So there you go. You guys call us up, 518-712-3070, 518-712-3070. We're also going to get to these rapid-fire questions here just a couple minutes. Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, or Nature Boy Miz, right? With
the fucking shitty figure four and all that.
Yeah, well, Ric Flair basically came to give him the rub, I guess, if you will, a couple weeks ago. He appeared on Raw, basically allowed him to use the figure four leg lock and that's what Miz is doing in his matches now, so
makes me sick to my stomach. Of all the people Ric Flair could mentor or get behind,
I know,
fucking the Miz.
That's crazy. Callie, what's going on, man?
What's happening? There's one quick question with the Ric Flair rumor saying that TNA still wants him. Do you see Ric Flair ever going back to TNA or what?
Not at the current time, man. I mean, they didn't necessarily part on the best terms, but TNA sees him back on WWE television now, and obviously it's a guy like Ric Flair. Of course, they're gonna want him back. They're gonna want.
Yeah, a guy like that always have a job. It doesn't matter what he does.
Yeah,
somebody's always gonna want him.
Give us a UFC or MMA. We need to transition, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Transitional champions. Give me a UFC or MMA question.
Who do you guys see winning the fight coming up on Saturday on Fox? The big fights. Who do you think?
I was gonna ask Ryan for his predictions. I'll ask you, Ryan, and then I'll give mine. The main event is for the flyweight title. Demetrius Johnson defending against John Dodson. Who you got?
Demetrius Johnson.
That's a tough one, man. Yeah, I'll go with Demetrius Johnson. Yeah, I agree. Rampage, Quentin Rampage Jackson versus Glover Teixeira.
I heard, if I'm not mistaken, Rampage came out today and said he is not leaving UFC.
Did he say he's not leaving now? Because, I mean, the plan all along was this was his last fight. The last fight of his contract. I know that. And then he said he's testing the open market after this and he's leaving.
I'm pretty sure that today, if I'm not mistaken, somebody in the chat room, did Rampage come out today? I haven't read the report. I thought somebody in the chat room before we came on the air here tonight said something that
They said the opposite. They said this is his last fight.
No, somebody in the chat room said that Rampage was not leaving UFC. I know he's scheduled to. This is supposed to be his last fight, and then, like you said, he was going to go test out the market. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
I think you're wrong. But either way, who do you pick, Rampage or Glover?
Rampage is kind of disappointed as of late, but I can't go against him. So, and I know you're a Rampage mark. Always have been.
That's my favorite fighter without question. It's Rampage. But I gotta if I'm being a smart bettor, I'd bet against him. I think Glover's gonna murk him.
Really? So Rampage
yeah.
Rampage loses, no doubt.
Last fight, yeah, they're giving him somebody to whoop his ass on the way out, but make a star on his name. But and then the other fight is Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Anthony Pettis. Anthony Pettis is the guy that did that kick running off the cage.
Yeah. Wow, that's a man, oh man.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah, it's a real good one. I'll take the Cowboy, Donald Cerrone.
Damn, that's a tough one to pick.
That's a very tough one to pick, man.
I like, because Cowboy relies on striking, and Pettis is a much more unique striker, but Cowboy has the kicks, so does Pettis. Cowboy has the length with the longer arms. Oh, God, that's a tough one to pick. Yeah, I'll go with Cowboy.
Repping the 239 area code, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Matt? What's going on, Ryan?
How you doing?
Hey, I just want to get your guys' thoughts. I thought that WWE didn't do a good job with Rock and Punk. Like, they had 3 weeks, and they had the one promo in, like, the first week, and then that dumb as shit, stupid Rock concert the other week, and then, you know, like, last night, it just was like, to me, it didn't do anything. Like, when he was fighting John Cena, like, every week they were going back and forth with, and I thought there could have been so much done. And
yeah.
It was like, you know, like, they totally didn't, I mean, at least for me anyway. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
You're right. I was thinking about that earlier today, too. I was thinking, it doesn't feel like me and you, Ryan, were talking, like, I can't wait until the beginning of the feud begins with The Rock and Punk. They're going to start talking shit about each other, especially when they start focusing on each other personally and this and that. And, like, it's come and gone. We're done with the build-up. Sunday's the pay-per-view. And we didn't feel like we got the big payoff. But like he said, I think it's because we're comparing it to the Cena build-up. And you got to remember, that was a year-long build-up. and it was for WrestleMania, not Royal Rumble at that. So, you know what I mean? So it's different. But, yeah, would you consider the Rock Punk build-up a letdown compared to your expectations before it started?
Yeah, you talked about it last week, man. You actually brought that up. You were a caller. Somebody last week brought it up, man, where it's kind of been a letdown. They may do a rematch of some sorts at the Elimination Chamber, because we know The Rock's going to be there as well, so maybe they don't want to rush everything at once, you know, but Royal Rumble's your big pay-per-view. That's the one where, you know, I think Rock came back to WWE too late, you know. I mean, he's only been back for a couple of weeks now, 3 weeks? And that's not a lot of time to build up a big match, you know, like the match they're having at the Royal Rumble. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Definitely not enough time. But I thought last night, the mic work that Rock did last night, especially, to end the show.
We never finished Raw. Did you want to talk about the Punk promo, the Rock promo, and shit like that, or no?
Yeah, I mean, bring it up, man. We're gonna mix it up, guys. We're gonna finish Monday Night Raw, and then, you know, we're gonna get into the rapid fire questions. If you guys want to do that, go to Facebook.com/RyanClarkWZR, Facebook.com/RyanClarkWZR. Submit your questions, like Boone said earlier. Keep them one line so that we can get to all of them or most of them before we go off the air. And then live phone calls too, man. Call. We need phone calls. 518-712-3070. Don't be scared. Boone's not going to bite you. 518-712-3070. Where did we leave
off? We left off from Raw. CM Punk came out with Paul Heyman to cut a promo. Final single promo for Rumble this Sunday. And Paul Heyman simply stood in the background holding up the belt while Punk went off. And pretty much this is the promo where he focused some of his attack on The Rock personally. Not so much personally, but, like, you know, it was more about him and The Rock as opposed to just generally speaking stuff like his pipe bomb promo the week before. But what did you think of this promo here?
It was a great promo. Punk's,
yeah, me too. I thought it was really good.
Which, you know what, was the same thing that we had heard the previous week or the week before that, you know, where CM Punk came out, basically said the same exact stuff, you know, that he's been talking about. So, and then, you know, I didn't like I said earlier, The Rock in the cop segment backstage, or the segments backstage, wasn't a big. I wasn't high on that, but the promo at the end, or towards the end, was the one that did it for me with Rock. But there was no, face-to-face interaction last night where you had Rock on one side, Punk on the other side. They're both in the ring. They're going back and forth. It gets personal. There was none of that.
Yeah, there was none. Yeah, never. It was like one time they did that, and it wasn't really that great. It wasn't like a really great story.
Yeah, and I think that's what the caller was talking about, where there haven't been a lot of one-on-ones, where they're in the ring and they're going back and forth on the microphone. And I said, last week or the week before, give it a week or two, and maybe we'll see more. Maybe they're saving it.
There was a bit of a one-on-one last night. I mean, The Rock was in the ring doing a promo while Punk was up in his skybox, and then at the end, like after the Shield beat down The Rock, Punk got a chance to get back on the mic from the skybox and kind of respond. I remember The Rock said something about having a dream like Martin Luther King Jr., and Punk had the good response, which was, the thing about dreams is eventually you have to wake up. And he said, "This Sunday Rumble, you're going to wake up." Blah blah. That was like a good, response to his initial point. And so that was kind of a back and forth, but not exactly, not in the ring face to face like you said though.
What'd you think of the graduation segment that they did with Daniel Bryan and King?
God,
Daniel Bryan, it was so stupid, dude. But Daniel Bryan,
he makes those segments.
Yeah, dude, he was hilarious with the
Talk about a guy that can take something so stupid and just make it.
Yeah,
at least entertaining.
But come on, with the robe and the hair slicked back last night, dude, that
big
was
fucking beard. Jumping up and down.
Yeah, dude, that was hilarious. I mean, Daniel Bryan's look last night was hilarious, dude. And then, it was all right to start off. There was even a Dr. Shelby chant, I think, at one point during the promo. It was all right to start off, man. But then they got, this guy over here is gonna hug, and everybody's gonna hug. That's where they were going with it.
Oh my God, that was obnoxious. Trying to get everybody to hug in there. Yeah, it was funny though, I guess.
I thought they were going for like a Guinness World Record or something like that. I think they were going to try to do something. We'll see if the match is still planned. But Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, there were plans as of last year where they were going to hand everybody that walked into MetLife Stadium at a WrestleMania 29. They were going to give them one of those.
Yeah, no. So they're going to be the most masked audience in history or whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know if that match is still on, number one, and number two, the whole mask thing, who knows,
Who cares? Who gives a shit? No matter what, on TV, you only see the first 3 or 4 rows anyway, for the most part.
Yeah. What else we had? There was a Divas match, man. It was Caitlyn and Alicia Fox. Did you see my Facebook post last night about this?
No, I did not.
I was hesitant to do it, dude, because I didn't want everybody to think I'm racist, man. But we never see Alicia Fox.
I did. Yeah, you
never see Alicia Fox, man. And all of a sudden, it's
the title shot.
Right? All of a sudden, the black lady, the black diva, shows up on Raw. Martin Luther King Day. Well. What do you know?
She lost too. She did a job.
Somebody, AMC boy, yeah, she did job out. AMC boy, what about the TNA wedding this past week, man? That was pretty crazy, huh? I was,
the wedding angle, that was the other thing I was going to ask you. There's a bunch of MMA shit. Bellator debuted on Spike.
MMA? What are you talking about?
I think it's on right now. I'm not sure when it airs tonight, but I know it's tonight. The Ultimate Fighter with Sonnen and Jones. That's tonight. Saturday, we covered UFC on Fox. Strikeforce ended. Last show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff in MMA. But, yeah, what did you think of the impact with the wedding?
The old wedding, man. Well, they pulled a swerve, man.
With the Bully Ray and I don't even hear what happened. What happened?
They were out there and they were doing it, and this guy right here pulled the swerve. Wait for it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Let's let this play. This is a good theme right here, man.
It's a great theme.
Right? That is an awesome theme, man.
It is. The beginning is the best opening to a theme ever. But, what was I going to say? How many people, because I know one thing Taz had an influence on my life. Every single time I go to the pool, I always put the towel, my pool towel, over my head the way Taz would for his entrance. You know,
Do you?
towel I wonder if anybody else does that, because that's something I always done ever since I've seen that.
You gotta do the AJ Styles one too, dude, where he's got the hood over his
the hoodie tag.
right, and swing it back. I mean, it was an interesting swerve, man. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. Taz is obviously a commentator, so you didn't think Taz was going to be involved. Earlier in the night, they set it up where, you know, Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer came back. That was interesting too, man. Tommy Dreamer.
That was cool. But with the Taz thing,
you know why?
Wrestle. What do you think of that decision? He was going to be a mouthpiece, or what are they doing?
Well, you know what I thought before we get to Taz, why Tommy Dreamer was cool. I mean, we just saw Tommy Dreamer on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that's what made it really interesting.
You know, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, you know, and not only that, but he appeared on Raw, and then he was at Titan Tower a couple of days later, you know, working on some sort of project for WWE. So, I mean, that's the benefit of not being under contract with WWE, where
do what you want.
You can do what you want.
For the most part.
So they brought him back. Spike Dudley was there as well, man. They brought him in, basically a bunch of the ECW guys, old friends of Bully Ray's, and you know, everything was fine during the wedding, and then as they were about to, you know, do the final kiss, whatever it was, you know, speak now or forever hold your peace. I think it was right after that part, you know, Taz said, well, wait a minute, it's hot in here or something like that, and then revealed the jacket, aces and eights. I don't know, like you said, man, he's not going to wrestle. I mean, Taz isn't going to come back and do an in-ring. But, and they never revealed, you know, whether he was the leader of the group or just another member, you know. So it'll be interesting, but I would guess...
Maybe that's part of the cliffhangers, to find out what the hell his role is, you know.
I mean, he's a good mouthpiece, you know, Taz is a great talker, you know.
He's a good talker.
Good talker, yeah. You're right, he's a good talker, you know. Guys, give us a call, man, 518-712-3070.
Well, you know, you haven't done any of the rapid fires yet.
No, I'm going to get to it. I was just finishing up Raw and then taking phone calls, too. 518-712-3070. What else happened on Raw? We talked about the Divas match, the Rock promo. We talked about that earlier, right? The Punk promo we already talked about. The other Beat the Clock match was Sheamus and Wade Barrett. So
there was a couple of them. There was a Ziggler one with the Miz, I think.
Yeah, we talked about that, man. The Nature Boy, Miz,
right.
you know. What do you think about Dolph Ziggler, right? Dolph Ziggler, basically, he can now choose any number for the Royal Rumble, but then Vicky Guerrero came up and said that, you know, she's in charge and he can be either number 1 or number 2 in the Royal Rumble match. So I'm guessing he's going to pick number 1. Everybody says, you know, of course he's going to pick number 2. The later he gets in there, the better chance of winning he has, but I think he's going to come out...
Oh, wait, what are we talking about? Number 1 and number 2
what?
Is the same thing. They both start off.
And poop and pee?
Wait, what?
Poop and pee?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, number 1 or number 2. Yeah, I see what you're saying, dude.
Yeah. The two people have to start the match, so number 1 or number 2 is the same thing. You're both starting.
Wow. You know what? That flew right over my head until right now. That flew right... No. That flew right over my head. That 1 and 2 are the exact same thing. As one guy comes out, 2 guys have to start the match.
Yeah, so whether you're number 1 or number 2, you're...
Wait a minute. Am I the only one? See, somebody in the chat room. Robbie, he didn't get it, right?
Anybody who doesn't get that
Wait a
is
minute.
brain dead.
No, come on. There are more people that didn't come to until Boone just brought that up right now. 1 and 2. Come on, I'm not the only stupid person in here. I'm serious.
I think Clark is the only one.
Am I really? Oh, yeah, I am too, dude.
Rygal says, wait, you do wrestling news 18 hours a day and just got it?
Man, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Get out of here. It just came to me.
Nobody agrees with you.
I know. I'm a moron then. It just came to me. 1 and 2 are the same. I'm thinking, all right, is he...
You're a moron. I'm a moron, because when you said the poop or pee thing, I had to stop and read the Raw report.
No, but
Was it really a poop or pee joke?
I was really, when I was talking about, you know, is he going to pick number 1 or number 2, I had this whole rant that I was just going on and on and on.
Yeah, I heard you describe, but he could pick number 1 or number 2, and I'm like, what do you mean pick number? What's the difference?
Man.
Fucking twinkle tits, cookie puss.
Twinkle tits, cookie puss. Man, I'm a real life moron.
You're a real life dumb person.
I'm a real life dumb person with that. I was really going on with it too, man. Number
yeah,
one,
the
number
whole
two.
fucking speech prepared in your head. You're ready to debate and take calls and add another poll and
Whatever.
a new Facebook about it. Whatever.
Suck it, dude. You guys fucking suck. Anyways.
Wah, wah.
Wah, 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 wah. We had Alberto Del Rio. Let's move on from that, dude.
Yeah,
Alberto.
as far away from that as possible.
Yeah, we're not coming back to that. Del Rio and Tenzai. Another squash, man. Squash. We talked about it earlier. Wow.
I like AMC Boy's comment in the chat. He says, you should wear a clown nose and write loser on your forehead, Clark.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Hello.
Hello. That's not
Don't
very,
even say it. Don't
That's
even say it.
not very nice, man. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com. /chat, WZROnline.com/chat. Also, live phone calls. We've got open phone lines right now. Here's an advertisement on Billy Joel, She's Got Away, Love Songs. Features 18 romantic songs, including Just the Way You Are. All about soul.
I love you just the way you are. Billy Joel.
Billy Joel, the only see, I was never a big fan of Billy Joel, except
Gotta
for
like Billy Joel, dude. Everybody
yeah,
likes Billy Joel.
I don't
Gotta
except
like the piano and oh yeah, come on, man.
this is the one that I love, dude. Billy Joel.
Oh god, dude, that's the worst one.
Are you serious? This is an amazing
Easily
song.
his worst song.
Ah, come on, man.
Easily his most pop culture, fucking pop fan bullshit. Like NSYNC is Billy Joel.
Oh, this is beautiful, dude. This is Billy Joel's best song ever.
What song you playing of Billy Joel?
You start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Want to do karaoke with us? Caller, you're live.
Mainstream is the song I was looking for.
I was see if the caller will do karaoke with us. What's up, man? You're live.
Hey, hello?
Hello. You want to do some karaoke with us?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Here we go.
I wanna rock with you.
Start the fire. Where's the caller? You gotta.
He was doing some Michael Jackson. If that was him, I think.
Here, let's wait for the chorus. Ready?
Yeah.
You gotta do it. When you hear the chorus, you gotta do it.
Okay, what's the chorus?
Here we go.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. It was yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about, brother?
No, I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, Matt Boone?
What's cracking lacking, brother?
How you doing? Fine. My name is Leroy.
Leroy, no doubt, no doubt. You live, man.
Los Angeles, California, Leroy Lattimore. And I got one question for you. Is the NWO coming back with CM Punk at versus The Rock at the Royal Rumble this Sunday?
The NWO.
It's not going to be the NWO, but the CM Punk and the Shield could have a faction formed. I don't know if it'll be at the Rumble or not. Might be. Maybe that's how Punk retains and keeps the streak going with his title. But like we said before, the Shield stuff is a lot like the NWO. The way the videos they do are in black and white. They come out to the crowd like Scott Hall did. There's three of them, like Hogan, Hall, and Nash. They wear all black. It's very similar. So I can see why, yeah, you would think NWO. But I'm looking forward to the reveal of Punk and the Shield as a group to see how they do it and what it means for storylines and everything.
Leroy Lattimore from Las Vegas.
Motherfucker had a lot of energy. He's willing to do karaoke and everything.
Right? He's ready to rock and roll with us,
That's
man.
the caller of the week, I would say, right there.
Anyway.
Why don't you do that to get some T-shirts in circulation? From now on, like every week, like the best caller of the week, give like a T-shirt.
They gotta do karaoke with us, right? That's what
There
it's
you
gotta
go.
be.
All right, come up with something like that.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up, man?
How you doing, guys? I heard you say something about a new belt, in hour one. I was just hoping to elaborate on that a little more. Thanks.
Yeah, there was a new belt. There's gonna be a new belt. Basically.
I was gonna say, I thought you said they debuted it last night because I was looking at the belt and I noticed that they had the eagle wings on the top, and I wasn't sure if they'd always been there or not. because they did that big close-up of the belt. But if that was the new belt, it looks the same to me.
It was, I think it was the new WWE title. Am I mistaken, man?
Maybe it was just the Eagle Wings. Oh, they're saying in the chat the Eagles was always there. Yeah, I don't know what their fascination with the Eagle Wings are. I remember the title when I was a kid was just a big fucking eagle.
Well, there's a new WWE title belt that you guys know the reality show. It wasn't last night. The new title did not debut last night, but Orange County Choppers. It's like a motorcycle show, man.
Yeah.
Well, there's a guy named Rick. They call him Rick on the show, but his name's Rick Petco. And a couple of months ago, he said that he was working on a new WWE title belt design, and he put up a photo on his Twitter, and it wasn't nearly finished, man. It was basically a rough draft where, you know, they were getting started on it, and this WWE title is eventually supposed to come in and debut sooner than later. I don't know when, but
maybe when The Rock wins it and comes out on Raw the next night.
Well, there you go. There you go. Something like that. But Paul Heyman and CM Punk, or Steve Austin, Paul Heyman and Steve Austin came out today and said, you know, the current WWE title is just horrible. You know,
it's garbage. Yeah, they let all the big stars make their own. Like they had the Brahma Bull title, they had the Smoking Skull title, they had the spinning title.
I think
Punk needs his own title now.
I think Leroy wants to come back on with us here.
Bad Leroy Brown.
Leroy Lattimore from Las Vegas, California, back. Maybe it's not.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. What happened? We answered your question.
No, it must be that mental PCS drop call.
Yeah, no. You asked your question, and then I got rid of you. That's how I do it, you know. You ask a question, bada bing, bada boom, we answer it. Good to go, you know?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so what you want to talk about?
I want to talk about, do you think CM Punk will keep the title at Royal Rumble and have The Rock win it at WrestleMania?
All right.
Yeah, the reason I don't see that happening.
Now, Leroy, I'm gonna answer the question. I'm gonna hang up on you, and then you got to turn the speakers back up, and then we're gonna answer the question. See what I'm doing here?
No problem.
All right, brother. Be good.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like for people who don't know that's the thing you do. Because I've had friends call in just to fuck with us before, and they'll be like, "Yeah, like I just out of nowhere I'm on the radio, and then out of nowhere I'm off the radio. Like I don't get any. Hey, you'll be on in a second, or hey, you're off now. Like boom, you're on. Boom, you're off.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. Basically, you call up, you ask a question, and then I hang up, man, and then we answer it. You got to turn the speakers back up.
That way we don't have
answer.
to deal with all the.
Yeah. You know how it is.
What was his question? I forgot already.
Something about the Rock
winning.
winning.
The Rock winning the title at WrestleMania. The reason I don't see that happen is because he's gone after WrestleMania. Why would he win and start a title reign when he's leaving? You know.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
WrestleMania's got to be where he loses the title if he ever wins it. Which I think he has to win it because he didn't come back just to do a bunch of jobs.
Here, I think he may win it. Maybe the Elimination Chamber. I don't know. I think they hold off a little bit. You know what I mean? Caller, you are live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? This is AMC Boy calling.
AMC Boy, that's a chat room name.
Yeah,
no
chat room. He's been
saying
some cool shit tonight. You've been talking about Strike Force a lot earlier.
Yes, that's what I call about. You guys haven't talked about, and I'm surprised, Boone, you haven't mentioned it, the end of Strike Force. What do you guys think about it?
I brought it up briefly earlier. Ryan doesn't like to talk too much about MMA. Strike Force is the A-League. But, I mean, it was what it was. It was the B League for the last few years. I would say in the history of MMA, it was probably the third biggest promotion. I'd say UFC and Pride were the top two, and then Strike Force would be the third. Probably the third. And I mean, it still to this day holds the record for the largest North American gate, I believe, which was the Frank Shamrock versus Cesar Gracie fight, which is what really started the whole Strike Force thing. And I mean, they developed Kung Lee out of there, and Gilbert Melendez and Nate Diaz got his start there, and Cain Velasquez made his debut there, and Ronda Rousey got women's fighting legalized and put in the UFC, and so I mean, they did some big and some cool things. They Showtime deal and paper, so they did some cool shit. Fedor.
You know what I'm a big fan of, and it started last week, man, because I tuned into Impact last week for the wedding. I love the idea of live fights, Bellator, right after Impact every week.
Every week,
yeah, every week.
Did you watch the special on King Mo?
No, that was after I actually went to bed early last Thursday.
You gotta watch it, man. It's so cool. Like, it's a lot of behind-the-scenes TNA shit that you'd mark out about it. That it shows him training in OVW with Al Snow and stuff. It shows him backstage at Impact with Dixie. It shows him backstage with Sting, marking out the Sting. telling him that he cried when Sting lost when he was a kid.
I
He was training in Vegas for his MMA and all kinds of cool shit.
I think it's just awesome, man, that you tune into Impact, and it's not taped fights, man. It's an actual live show where it's basically like tuning into a UFC or a Strikeforce. Obviously, it's Bellator. It's not as big, not nearly as big, but you get live fights every Thursday night. I think it's awesome, man.
Let me ask you this question: do you know the name Josh Barnett?
Of course, I know the name Josh
Barnett.
Barnett.
Yeah, it's a fucking great name. Bellator says they don't want him. He's a guy that does pro wrestling. He loves pro wrestling. He's done it in Japan for years, and he's done MMA for years. Former UFC champion, Pride fighter. He's a top heavyweight. He could go to Bellator. He would be their champion within 2 seconds, easily. Bellator says they have no interest in him, which is so stupid.
Why didn't UFC pick him up?
Well, he's got he might. They might, but I'm saying if they don't, he was in Strikeforce, and it ties into that caller's question. TNA and Bellator could have done the King Mo deal with Josh Barnett, and he would have been a huge success with that, because he's not like King Mo. He can actually do pro wrestling promos and shit like that. Boone's 28, by the way, Clark. You're wrong.
You know what? I was gonna ask you. I wasn't sure if the guy asked how old you were above, so I figured 27 or 28. I didn't want to. I didn't want to say 28, because if I was too old, you would have fucking. Oh, what do you mean, dude? Tagging on
You can say I'm 50, and I could care less. Back when I was younger, all of us were. We were like, oh, we don't want to be young and shit, but.
You don't have. Check that out. Oh, I'm an old man.
Yeah, but fucking rule the day that you actually say your real age now. I fucking first met the kid. He used to lie about his age to me.
Well, I'm an old man. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
dude? I'm getting out there.
There's a certain point in your life where you just gotta say, fuck it, I'm an old man.
That's what it is. I got to that point where I said, fuck it, man. I'm 32. Boone's,
what's the difference between lying about a year or two? I'm still
right.
Fuck,
What. So Boone's 28. I'm 32. There you go. All right. Let's.
Real quick about the Barnett and UFC not picking him up. He failed a couple drug tests for UFC and so he and Dana White don't get along at all.
There you go. No doubt. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Yeah, I was wondering, Boone, what's your take on the Overeem fight coming up?
Alistar Overeem and Bigfoot. I think Alistar Overeem will probably eat his breakfast. And if he wins, then we'll probably get the Overeem Cain Velasquez fight. That should be really interesting.
You know what? I'm a big fan of Bigfoot Silva, man. Antonio Silva? Yeah, man. Antonio Silva. You know what? But I know Overeem's nasty, bro, but that would be a fight where I think I would bet you, and I think I would put my money on Bigfoot Silva.
He could definitely win. He's not in Overeem's league standing up, obviously, because Overeem's former K1 champion. But on the ground,
you know what? That's like the Donald Cerrone and Anthony Pettis fight that we were talking about earlier. That's one of those fights where, to me, it's up in the air.
I don't think it's that hard. I mean, I'm pretty confident in picking Overeem, but like I said, I could definitely make a case. Somebody said, go write an article explaining why you think Bigfoot will beat Overeem. Even though I think Overeem will win, I could make the argument why I think Bigfoot could win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, let's do the rapid fire questions. We got about 12 minutes before we got to get out of here, and then we'll be back next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern time.
It went by quick this week, didn't it?
It did. It's flying by, man. Flying by. Jeffrey Covington, how many times can you say .com in a minute?
Oh Christ! I'd say 13.
.com.
Like we're talking organically and not just forcing it. I'd say 4 or 5.
No, and if I have a minute to say .com, I can say it probably 50 times.
Oh no, I said organically. Like if you're not forcing yourself to say it. Yeah.
Well, you got a watch on you?
I can. Hold on, let me get my clock.
Can we get? Yeah, you got to get a clock up.
You want exactly a minute on the clock?
Give me 1 minute, and all I gotta say is
your minute will start. Are you ready?
All I gotta do is .com. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, ready, set, go.
.com.
you're done. Get out of here.
He was trying to get me to say .com.
Oh, .com?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Everybody in the chat room said, hey, everybody, put the fucking WZR drinking game on pause, please. This asshole just said .com 84 times in a row. You expect everybody to take 84 shots in 60 seconds, dude?
Well, is that what it is for the drinking game? I gotcha, no doubt. All right, back to Rapid. That was stupid. Ryan Ennis, Rygao, think Taz being so much more of a dick lately had anything to do with his heel turn? No, dude, he's been like that on commentary for months and months and months now, but as of late, yeah, it's been over the top, man. It's been pretty crazy. So maybe that did have something to do with his heel turn, you know, but he's always been like that for months and months and months now. But you're right, man, as of recent Impact broadcasts, it's been way over the top, more than it has been in the past. He says, I don't think so, but it would be an interesting thought. It's a good point, man.
He's always a cocky prick anyways.
Yeah.
Like they got that tough guy Napoleon complex.
Yeah, he always has been. Jonathan Kendrick, why did Alberto Del Rio win the title on SmackDown and not at the pay-per-view? I think he called up earlier. Yeah, he called up earlier and said something about the rapid fire. William Armstrong, who do you think should be the face of WWE, John Cena or Ryback or CM Punk? And why did you choose this person? The face of WWE? I mean, John Cena is the face of WWE. Just because, you know, they've got a lot of kids and it's a PG environment and he sells a lot of merchandise. I mean, the face of WWE has to be a guy... What is that noise?
It's a baby waking up right now.
Oh.
With 8 minutes left in the show.
The face of WWE has to be a guy that can cut a promo, that's a good worker, that sells a lot of merchandise. You know, and the faces of WWE right now are John Cena, CM Punk, you know, guys like that.
Maybe Orton, Sheamus, people like that.
Yeah, I mean, you get
Rey Mysterio's usually on them little kids' t-shirts and stuff.
Right. Justin Nesser, thoughts on who will win the Super Bowl? Talked about that earlier. I'm going San Francisco. Boone's going Baltimore. And when will we have...
I'm picking San Francisco, but I'm rooting for Baltimore.
Oh, okay. And when will WZR have a live 24-hour show?
How the fuck is that possible?
We can't go 24 hours, man.
Name any show that goes 24 hours. You gotta sleep and do stuff in life. You gotta
24, that's a marathon, man. You're crazy.
You did that before, didn't you? A 24-hour radio show?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I can't go 20.
You did?
I did not.
Yes, you did. You went 24 hours.
You've been on WZR radio with me for years. We've never done 24 hours.
You did a 24-hour thing where I would call in every few hours just to check in with you.
did not. I didn't do a 24-hour show. What are you talking about?
Oh, me and you called into somebody else's 24 hours thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was you doing it. I thought you did it. Yeah.
No, I remember calling into somebody's show, though, where they were doing it for charity or something like that.
It
right?
was one of our guys, yeah, one of our big fans.
Is it Dino UK? Is that what they're saying in the chat?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Dino UK did it. Rob Saval. So I think I speak for WZR when I say we all want to know how long you have had your trademark hat that you never take off. They never, back in high school, you couldn't wear hats in high school. But as soon as I would get out of school, I'd throw the hat on. And ever since then, ever since I got out of high school, I wear the hat every day. I got the hat on right now. It never comes off. It's glued to my head.
Since I've known him, he's wearing that same fucking hat. And I used to be the same way. I'm not anymore. Now I got the pretty boy shit with the hair gel and all that crap. But back in the day, when I first knew you, all I would do was
wear a hat. You ain't a
hat.
pretty boy. Get the fuck out. You ugly son of a
bitch. I was
bitch.
making fun of myself there. You know, metrosexual hair gels and cream.
You can be a
ugly
boy.
I did the same thing in school. You couldn't wear hats. And I remember I got suspended for a week once. And I almost had to go to court over this because my principal was going to file charges against me for assault. What had happened was, same as you, I would take my hat with me to school, wear it on the bus. As soon as I get to the first class, take it off, you know, put it on at lunch, whatever. In between classes, put it on. So the school day's over. I put my hat, I'm walking to the buses, about to go home. Good boy, you know. I put my hat on, and I'm just about to walk up onto the bus, take that step onto the bus, and the principal grabs me on the shoulder, turns me around and takes my hat off without saying anything, and then puts it on my chest. But my initial reaction, as soon as he grabbed my shoulder and turned around, I pushed him. I just pushed him. Somebody grabbed me and spun me. I pushed him. I didn't even know who it was at the time, and I got suspended and almost had to go to court for assault for pushing the principal. And I was like, well, don't fucking touch me, and I won't push you, you know.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, well, I just thought it was, I don't know. There's a lot of stories where I've either arrested or in serious trouble for something that was complete. I remember I got arrested once for bumping into this guy's shoulder in the mall. You know, you shoulder bump someone to punk them out. You walk down the hallway and you just bump into them like they're a little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I did that once and I ended up going to jail for it.
A real life tough guy. Real life tough guy right here.
Dude, I was like 13 at the time. I wasn't.
I'll kick your ass.
No, true story. I'll kick your ass in 2 seconds.
No, I'll kick your ass. That's what it was. That's what it was. I'll kick your ass in 2 seconds. I was trying to think of what it was. All right, we got oh man, Art. I'm gonna call you Art, man. Art Olvera. Damn it, 1 minute was not enough to think right now. What are you talking about? Coltar, Cool Dip, man. Do you think there is a possibility that we could see Rock versus Cena versus Punk at WrestleMania 3-way? No, I think they're gonna keep it singles, man. There'll be singles matches at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree.
Kevin Esperjesi, what will happen if it snows at WrestleMania? I live in Jersey, only 10 minutes from MetLife Stadium. During April, we got some snow, or it is really cold. What will happen? Well, they put the thing over the top of the ring, but listen, it's April, and let's be honest. I know it can snow and it can be cold in April, but it's highly unlikely. But if it were to happen, they're gonna go on with the show. You know, like last year, in case it rained, they put that big thing over the top of the ring. You know what I mean? So the show would go on as planned. John Harris, will Chris Jericho return at the Royal Rumble? I don't think so.
It would be a nice surprise, but I don't think it would. I think we would have heard something. But you never know.
Yeah, it'd be
Usually when Jericho comes back, he'll start pretending like he's never coming back on Twitter, and that's when you know he's coming back.
That's what it is, man. He always tries to...
yeah, he'd figure that out by now. That like nobody buys that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Why do that?
No,
he got us the one time with the TNA logo on his website or whatever. That really fucked with me.
That was a good one, man, when he did that.
That was a good one.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, like Boone said, it'd be a good surprise, John, but probably not.
Well, it'd be good and bad, because it would be bad because if he's not planning to win, why have him make this big surprise return and just lose in the same match, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Adam Lodge, do you think Daniel Bryan knows what Kane really looks like? Of course, man. What do you think? What do you think? Kane walks around with a mask on all the time? Come on, man.
Come on. But,
it's still real to me. It's still real to me, guys. It's really real. Pro wrestling's real, everybody.
I'm gonna wear my mask when I'm in the arena. No, but, yeah, Kevin Nash, is he still under contract? Maybe he'll be in the Rumble as another little cameo.
Well, yeah, I think he's under a Legends type deal. You know what I mean? Did that guy really ask if Daniel Bryan knew? Oh man.
What was the question? Repeat it word for word. I didn't hear it.
Do you think Daniel Bryan knows what Kane really looks like?
Oh God, that's a mark.
Man, oh man. AJ Clark, Ryan Clark's biggest fan. Look at that. AJ Clark, Ryan Clark's biggest fan. Picks to win the matches at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. You know what? I'm going to have you stick around. You got 5 extra minutes, man. We'll do it real quick. We'll do Royal Rumble picks as soon as we're done with that.
Real quick, man.
All right. Brian Martin.
I got the baby outside in the cold right now, so he's not interrupting the show.
Brian Martin, do you think that The Undertaker will be at the Rumble or Raw the next night? The Undertaker.
Will he be at what?
The Rumble or Raw the following night?
What about it?
Do you think The Undertaker's going to appear at Raw or?
He'll be at no, neither one. No.
It's possible. I mean, they're gonna have to bring him back sooner than later with WrestleMania coming up in a couple of months, but it doesn't have to happen.
I'd say it'll be because there's still Chamber, right? There's still a Chamber pay-per-view.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be after that because I'd say he'd come back with like 3 or 4 weeks left till Mania. Vincent
Nugent, do you guys think there might be some surprises at the Royal Rumble? Maybe a few.
There's got to be at least, even if it's just comedic surprises, like something where you're like, you don't expect it, but it's not a big deal either. You know what I mean?
Right. There's still 6 spots, I think. Ryback was added today, so I think there's 6 spots open, and we'll see what happens at the SmackDown tapings tonight. But who knows? I think maybe 1 or 2 surprises. Christopher Brown, how much longer before Kane and Daniel Bryan go their separate ways? By the way, during Raw and SmackDown, I give the site props on Get Glue. Okay?
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks for the site props. Daniel Bryan and Kane. I think they're going to continue the Team Hell No for right now. I think you're still a couple of months away. Of course, they could do a split before WrestleMania and do Daniel Bryan versus Kane at WrestleMania. That would make sense.
I like it.
Hobart Collins, do you think TNA could have a new TV show to be a secondary show to Impact? There's no plans to do that, but of course they...
I wouldn't do it. I'd make sure Impact is stronger than it is right now before I try and add something else to the TV schedule.
Right. Lance Winter, Miz, worst figure four lock ever? Yeah, last night on
bad.
Raw. Yeah, it was horrible last night on Raw. He actually botched it the first time and then locked it in the second time, and even the second time it
didn't look right, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Coulter, Cool Dip, man, one more. How often do you hear talk about about your hockey teams, man? I don't follow hockey, but the NHL is back. I know a lot of
the strike ended or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck it was.
I know a lot of people are happy about that. I'm a fan of the Rangers, I guess, but I don't really follow it.
I could give two shits about hockey. Fuck everybody in Canada.
Sean Smith, who do you think Big E Langston's first feud will be? Oh man, I need some time to think about that, man. Big E Langston first. Big E Langston, the guy that's with Dolph Ziggler and.
Yeah, I noticed him too on Raw. They got to change his look. He looks like a big goof with his hair and his. Yeah, I don't know. Something about him looks stupid.
Anthony Murillo, old school question: which version of the Midnight Express was better? Didn't see that swerve coming, did ya?
The Midnight Express.
Which version?
There was Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, and then there was Beautiful Bobby Eaton and. Fuck, who was it? I don't know. I know they came back in WWE as like the new Midnight Express with what was it? James Del Rio, Jiggling James Del Rio, something like that. I don't know. Who cares?
Vincent Nugent, Ryan, how do you envision your youngest brother Jacob when he grows up with that mohawk gimmick he has? Oh man, Jacob, my little nephew, man, Jacob, he's got a tiny little bit of hair, and I put it up in a mohawk, or my sister put it up in a mohawk the other day. It looked funny. I put up a photo on Facebook. He's gonna be a pro wrestler, man. He's gonna be the man.
You think so?
I know so. Arturo Velasquez Jr. will Triple H face Brock at WrestleMania. As of last word, yeah, there were plans to do Triple H versus Brock Lesnar rematch from SummerSlam at WrestleMania 29, but plans can change, always do. Vinny Mo, did you notice when Cole kind of mentioned Benoit, not by name, but he just said only two men have won at number one? I didn't notice that last night. Chris Benoit.
Well, yeah, he had referenced it. It's only been done twice in history where somebody's gone to number one and won, which I don't even know if that's true, by the way, but we'll say it is. And yeah, one of those two people is Benoit, so an indirect way of referencing Benoit.
And the last one, Justin Nestor says, sounds like I come. Yeah, it did, man. .com, I come, something like that. You know what I mean?
Christ.
What are you
going to
do?
say it over and over again?
Yeah, that was the whole just behind. That was stupid. Good one, buddy. All right, and then real quick, I know it's 10:03. The WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view coming up this Sunday night on pay-per-view. Let's give predictions real quick here, man. So here we go. In the WWE title match, CM Punk versus The Rock. If the Shield interferes, CM Punk is stripped of the WWE title. I've been saying it for weeks. CM Punk, Boone says Rock.
I've been saying it for months, The Rock.
World title last man standing match, Alberto Del Rio against The Big Show in a rematch from the recent match.
I say Dolph Ziggler.
I say Alberto Del Rio retain, or you know what? I say Big Show wins the world title and then Dolph Ziggler comes out and cashes in.
No. Why would Big Show win it back just to lose it again?
Because they've had that whole storyline that's been ongoing for a long time with Big Show and Dolph Ziggler. So Big Show would be all happy. Oh my God, I got the world title back. Thank God. Remember he was out there with Vince McMahon just last week, and they hyped that up. Dolph Ziggler comes out. Big Show's all happy. He's just won the world title. Dolph Ziggler comes out and takes it right away.
You hear that just now? It's just her body slams her on the floor.
Well, that's great. WWE Tag Team Title Match, Team Hell No against the Road Scholars.
I would have to go with the other titles in the line there?
Yes. WWE Tag
Road Scholars are champs or
no? Yes. Right now.
I'll say they retain.
Say they retain? No, you know what? Hell No is, Who are you picking?
Who the hell are the champs?
Team Hell No with Daniel Bryan, because remember they were doing the thing. Daniel Bryan would say, "I'm the champ," and Kane would say, "No, I'm the champ." No, Hell No's the champions.
Okay, well then I say Sandow and Rhodes win the titles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Team Rhodes Scholars too. And maybe somebody fucks up. Somebody was asking, what about, Kane and Daniel Bryan maybe splitting up? And then I said, maybe there'll be a build to WrestleMania. Maybe that starts on Sunday where Kane fucks up, Daniel Bryan gets pissed off, or, the opposite way around, and then they start.
When they lose the titles, I would assume that's the beginning of the breakup.
Yeah,
I think so.
I'm gonna say Team Rhodes Scholars wins the titles this Sunday at the Royal Rumble, and then they tease the Team Hell No split.
The seeds are planted. Yeah.
The seeds are planted, and then we're gonna see Kane versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, and then the Royal Rumble match itself. What do you think about that?
I gotta go Cena.
Gotta go Cena. And then real quick, we took a poll earlier in the night on WZROnline.com. This is going to remain up for the entire week, and then we'll give you guys the results next week. A lot more people have voted right now. We've got, we've quadrupled the amount of votes. 36% of the votes say John Cena, 22% with other, 14% with Ryback, 12% with Dolph Ziggler, 10% with Randy Orton, and Sheamus, Big Show, and Miz only have a vote or two. So there you go.
How much does other have again?
Other has 22%.
Wow, who did we miss that so many people are voting for other?
Yeah, no, it is kind of crazy. Did we miss somebody big? I don't know. All right, so that's going to do it. SmackDown spoilers, like we said earlier, guys, they're out in Sacramento, California. It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast right now, which means it's only 8 o'clock out in California. That means that they're taping main event. Haven't even started taping WWE SmackDown right now. So if you plan on staying up late, you're looking at about 1:30 or 2 a.m. for SmackDown spoilers. Also, 7-8 post ready to go, and there's going to be more coming behind that. Stay tuned to the websites, WZROnline.com. Lots and lots of news. I've already got them typed up. They're ready to go. All I got to do is put them up on the website. So as soon as we go off the air here tonight, that's what I'm doing. I'll put links to the bigger stuff up on my Facebook page, facebook.com/RyanClarkWZR. Speaking of Facebook, we want feedback.
And we need your feedback by having you logging on to Facebook.com/RyanClarkWZR. Once you get there, the top post will ask you for your questions and comments on tonight's show. If you say the show was good, tell us why. We'll do more of it. This is how we get better. If you say the show was bad, tell us why. We'll do less of it. This is how we get better. Facebook.com/RyanClarkWZR.
There you go. That's going to do it, guys. We will see you next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time. Have a great week. Stay warm, man. I know it's cold out there. It's going to be brutal here. We're not supposed to get out of the teens or the 20s for the next week. It's going to be pretty crazy. So stay warm and stay tuned to the websites, WZROnline.com. For Matt Boone.
That's me.
It's Ryan Clark.
Hey, that's him.
So see you next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time on WZROnline.com.
.com.
Bye.